It feels like longer than a year and a handful of months since season 4 of The Handmaid's Tale aired last year. This season already feels different. June isn't the hero she ended last season as. Let's just hit the ground running. June is in the aftermath of having killed Fred Waterford. She's having her Joker moment. You know what they say about revenge. June is different now. Fred has been the great villain of her life for years now. He's been something she could focus on, something she could pour all of her hate into, and she does. I was honestly surprised Fred gave June the satisfaction of running and didn't stand in front of her indignantly. All of this culminates in June letting out all of her pent-up rage she's been feeling since she was forced to become a handmaid. But again, with revenge. June realized what's happened to her too late. She admits to Luke she sent Serena Fred's severed finger and he's rightly upset about it. She's antagonizing Moira and Rita when they are trying as hard as they can to put their time in Gilead behind them and move on with their new lives in Canada. June just won't let them. With her allies who helped her hunt down Fred and kill him, she treats them worse. She treats the other women as though they didn't go through all the same pain, torture, and hell she did. All these women banded together to help June enact her revenge upon Fred Waterford, June's personal Satan. All these women have their own Fred Waterford. June didn't care. Her selfishness and lack of concern for what those other women have gone through led to their argument with her. They were right. I thought June has been pretty unlikable for a long time now. It's always come off as a product of the environment she's been captive in, but her revenge against Fred truly cemented who she is now. When one sets out upon the path of revenge, one grave for Fred Waterford, one grave for who June Osborne used to be. It's easy to believe the June that Luke married and fell in love with was gone long ago, somewhere during those years of being a handmaid. That could be true. However, look at Moira and Rita. Both are tormented by their experiences in Gilead and yet both still have hope. Moira and Rita both believe they can still find deep within them the person that was forced to suffer through life in Gilead, attempting to rebuild their lives not only externally but internally. June is an antithesis of that at this point. Think about the way Emily's wife Sylvia treated her, with utter contempt, holding her partially responsible for what Emily chose to do. When June killed Fred, it's like part of her died in that forest that night as well. The part of her that could ever return to those who love her and want nothing more than to begin again and build new lives. What's worse is she didn't have to do it. It's mentioned the leadership of Gilead would have had Fred killed after his return to within their borders. June didn't have to ensure his punishment or deliver retribution. She paid a cost she didn't have to pay. And in turn, she didn't so much as martyr him, but did allow Gilead to benefit far more from his death than if they'd had to do it themselves. June's future, however, isn't set in stone. While June is in a bad way now, it's not certain she will follow that path to her inevitable demise. She's put herself on a crash course with Serena, and this story having a sad or bittersweet ending would make perfect sense. How powerful yet tragic would June ending up on the wall be? Made even more so awful because if it happens at this point, she will have done it to herself. It's like a person who spends decades in prison. Once released, they can't accept a life they haven't known for so long and end up committing another crime to return to where they feel at home. Is Gilead home for June? We're in the second to last season of The Handmaid's Tale, so we'll still have a ways to go. Can June find her way back to humanity? I hope so, but it's looking grim. Let me know what you think of the season 5 premiere episodes of The Handmaid's Tale in the comments below.